Hello, I'm Kabalamat, and this is episode 4 of Rule the Waves 2 Let's Play China. In the previous episode, we had a war with France. Unfortunately, it was an inconclusive war, and while we had invaded Kiatschou Bay, the war ended before we could capture it, and the peace treaty gave it back to France. So we didn't really get anything out of that war, and I'm a bit miffed, and what I'd like to do is have a future war against either France and capture these colonies here, or against Russia and capture Liaotung Peninsula. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Let's have a look at what ships I've got in service. I've got 4 pre-dreadnoughts in service, and I've got 3 battle cruisers building. The 3 battle cruisers have each got 6 11-inch guns, which is my highest caliber of guns, a 10-inch of belt armour, and a vaguely decent speed of 24 knots. So, let's play the next move. Safe West Africa is now independent. A new cruiser from Japan has just arrived on a goodwill visit. It's certainly a nice ship, but ours is just as good. Our scientists have made unexpected advances in fire control. Control tops. Improvements in productivity. And the Russians have a heavy cruiser with a speed of 22 knots, which is not particularly fast. But their new battle cruiser has a top speed of 28 knots, which is fast. It's a whole 4 knots faster than our 3 battle cruisers that we're building. So that's perhaps one to watch. Let's have a look. Russia is building 3 battle cruisers. We're building 3 battle cruisers. Theirs are bigger. And France is building a battleship and a battle cruiser. Okay. New docks completed. The Dowager Empress floats the idea of a shooting competition. An excellent idea. High Bat 3 wins the Dowager Emperor's Cup. Let's build new docks. And we've now got some money. Because we've got quite a lot of funds. If the funds we get go over half the yearly budget, the government tends to take back some of them. So we really want to start spending some of these funds. And I also noticed that these 3 battleships are about to be finished. So it's about time for us to build a class of battle cruisers. Before we open the design, I'm just going to have a look. Our biggest guns are 11-inch, so that's what we're going to build. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so this new battle cruiser gives me 5 turrets, so that's a broadside of 10 11-inch guns. So that's a very heavy broadside. I've got lots of secondary and tertiary guns, lots of torpedoes. Most importantly, I've got a top speed of 28 knots, and I've now got torpedo defences. So that's a very strong ship, and that wants to be called the Changqian. And I think I'll keep the name Changqian. And let's build some of those. Let's just have a look to see where I am on destroyers. So I've got 79 destroyers now, which is more than anyone else. So I should be okay for destroyers for a bit. Crews of our young cadets is planned. Well, if I give them the newest ship, I'll get prestige. Average ship gets me nothing. An oldest ship gets me more budget, but loses some prestige. And I want budget right now. Internal pressure in Southwest Africa. We don't really care about Southwest Africa. Russia is building an 11-inch coastal battery in Sakhalin, and Germany has commissioned the ship Moltke. I'll have a look to see what the Moltke's like, because we might be fighting the Germans. And so it's got 6 12-inch guns. It's similar to our first lot of battle cruisers, which have got 6 11-inch guns. And they've also got a speed of 24 knots. Although our ships have armour of 10 inches instead of 7 inches. So they're better armoured. So, let's play the next move. Chengping has commissioned into the Navy. It has trouble reaching its design speed. Chengyuan has. And Changqian go to the build screen, and I'm going to build another one of those. So we're building 2 Changqian class battle cruisers, and that will take 37 months. And we've got a negative monthly balance now, which is probably necessary. That will go positive when all these existing ones have been built, after which I'll probably build another battle cruiser. Or I might build heavy cruisers or light cruisers. I could even build some battleships, actually. But I think that at the moment, okay, 3 more battleships. Of course, sir. Of course, ma'am. Okay, must have 5 buildings, so that's another 3. I could just do 2 cut down Changqians. Let's try that. So the new Cutton class is similar to the Changqians, but instead of having 5 turrets, it's only got 3. They're all on the centre line, and that saved us a bit of money. It's still got the same speed and the same level of armour as the Changqians, but it's a slightly cheaper ship. So let's save that design. Maximum of 34 secondary and tertiary guns, so let's get rid of that one. And that's now happy, so let's build that. 3 destroyers are commissioned. Navy needs the best technology money can buy. Weight saving on hull. Hush it up. Superimposed X turret, which we'll put on our next load of ships, but we can't really put them on these ones because that would take too long to do. Strong force, prestige tension, multinational force, nothing. Foreign adventures, reduces tension, or just reduce tension, I think. And let's go to the build screen. So we're now building 5 battleships, and let's play the next move. Anti-German rebellion, new docks. We need that technology. 12-inch guns we've now got, that's good, but it'd be nice if we got them just before we built our new ships, not just after. But so we need to increase our dock size, and we also need to I'm going to put everything into reserve. That saves us a bit of money. And can we put some stuff into mothballs? Let's put mothball, mothball, mothball. One of our major shipyards, no, we can't afford that. Collision between one of our ships and a ship from the plan. Clumsy manoeuvring tension, no one's fault, prestige hit, so I'm going to do that with the tension. Because I'm not really fussed if we have a war with Japan. We can probably beat them. Let's have a look at the Japanese. We've got a bigger budget than them. We've got 3 battle cruisers and another 5 building, and they're just getting on to building their first one, so we're massively ahead. We'd easily beat the Japanese in a war. Look, they've only got 21 destroyers and we've got 79. We've got more light cruisers than them. The only thing that they beat us in is heavy cruisers, but that's not going to help them when we've got 3 battle cruisers. So we'd be very, very keen to have a war with Japan. In fact, I'm going to larger torpedo warheads, that's good. Reduce naval spending, well that's wonderful, isn't it? Private shipbuilding is expanding. Government is considering making concessions to Germany. We should not consider any concessions to increase its prestige. We should try to lower tension. I'll try and lower tension. I don't particularly want a war with Germany just yet. When we've built all these ships, we'll have 8 battle cruisers against the Germans. Actually, we've already got more battle cruisers than the Germans. Maybe we should have started a war against them. Well, that's something to think about, isn't it? And we need good guns. And this is a 13-inch gun, which is bigger than what we've currently got. Even if it's not a very good 13-inch gun, it's still a 13-inch gun. We need that technology. And we seem to be running out of money now, which is really a problem. Germany is considering a naval rearmament program. If we condemn their adventurous policies, that gives us budget. Their ships are no threat, or we could always complain. Right, we're going to condemn their adventurous policies and strengthen our own navy. And we're also going to reduce research to 7%. So that saved another bit of money. And I'm also going to reduce our intelligence. And now we've only got a very small deficit now. Private shipbuilding is expanding. Contra-rotating propellers. New docks. Our navy needs the best technology money can buy. And now we're really low on money. I think what we're going to need to do now is hold construction of one of these ships for a couple of months. We need that technology. Russia has laid down a battle cruiser. Let's have a look at the Russian fleet. They've got 4 battle cruisers, we've got 3. In tonnage they're even further ahead. But when we've built our 4 and they've built their 3, we'll be ahead on tonnage. Let's have a look at their battle cruisers. The Esteffi, so that's 4 13-inch guns. Not a particularly wonderful ship, especially considering their 13-inch guns are quality of -2. We could probably beat the Russians. Periscope. Best technology money can buy. Yeah, we're really low on money at the moment. We perhaps shouldn't have built all those new ships. Not a good time for such an event. All money needs to be allocated to buying warships. Double torpedo tube, man. That would make a very good thing to put in our next class of destroyers. Mention the importance of a strong navy to the Dowager Empress. Oil firing. That means we can have oil firing ships if we've got access to oil. Do we have access to oil? Let's have a look. Nation data, oil, no. Well, that's a shame. Periscope. High capacity pumps. Amphibious operations, X-lighters. Cooperation will benefit both our nations. That's Japan. And one of our battleships will complete in 7 months' time. So that's good. That means that our financial situation will improve no end when that happens. Strong arms industry is the foundation of a strong navy. Allow it. Can we bump up tension with Germany? It certainly is a nice ship, but ours is just as good. Or if you want to know why we don't have a ship like that, just ask the politicians, which I'm going to do because I need the budget. So our technology sharing agreement with Japan has given us benefits. 4 centerline turrets, that's good. Shipboard aircraft operation. Now, unfortunately, we can't actually build our own aircraft because we're only a small country, but we can get them off other people if we've got sufficiently good relations with them. Let's resume construction of that, and let's bump up our research to 10%. So we've still got a positive balance, which is good, and we can afford to build larger docks now. These 2 destroyers will soon be completing. This reeks of construction. Such a thing would never enter my mind. Well, that gives us budget but loses us prestige. I think I'll go for the prestige one. The unrest level is, I think, driven by budget, and I don't really want an extra budget at this stage because I don't want to have more unrest. Uprising in China makes it necessary to send an expeditionary force. We need a strong force to safeguard our own interests, especially considering that we are China. And this Changtian seems to be about to complete, which is good. Changtian is commissioned into the Navy. ASW technology, fleet tactics, improved signalling. I'm going to build some more corvettes because our existing ones are all minesweepers. So I'm going to build some ASW ships. The reason is that if you don't have minesweeper on them, then that makes them better at anti-submarine warfare. So this is my anti-submarine warfare corvette, and I'll just reduce the displacement to 600 tons because that's all we need. And let's see if we can build them. They're all okay. That will take 1 month, and then we can build a few of those. And then the next time we get into war, we'll be able to use those. Our ship has blown up under mysterious circumstances. There are suspicions that saboteurs from Germany might have been responsible. This dastardly act cannot remain unrevenged. This means war. Early airships enables airships. China and Germany are now at a state of war. Well, that's good. So we want to build some of these ASWs, and we'll build 8, I think. So we've got 18 ships that we need to put into trade protection. Let's do that first. That's given us 3 over the limit, so that's good. Submarines, shall we build some submarines? Yeah, why not? Build sub 2. And we're going to put some of our cruisers into raiding. As I said during the last war, we're going to build some specialist raiders at some point. So that's on the to-do list. So when that will happen, I don't know. Now, one of these ships is going to complete next month. And if we look at the ones we've got 3 battle cruisers completed, 4 pre-dreadnoughts, and a load of cruisers. So let's see what the Germans have got and where they've got it. The Germans have got most of their force in Europe. They've also got some stuff in Northeast Asia. So let's have a look what they've got in Northeast Asia. They've got 2 heavy cruisers, whereas we've got 4 battle cruisers. So we definitely beat them. And they've got nothing in Southeast Asia. So let's move some ships from Southeast Asia to Northeast Asia. And at the same time, we're going to invade Kiatschou Bay, invasion target. So that's now we're invading, or we're attempting to invade Kiatschou Bay, and we're going to move some ships into Northeast Asia. So we're now moving a lot of our ships into Northeast Asia. And let's look at the map. And this is Kiatschou Bay, which we're going to invade. And then once we've invaded that, there's nothing more that the Germans have got that we can invade. But they won't have anything in Northeast Asia, so they won't be able to invade any of ours either. So, let's play the next move. Enemy coastal raid. Accept. So we've got 2 Wei Qings, which are cruisers with 8-inch guns, and we've also got some destroyers. So, let's move those up all the way up, and let's start the battle. Still no Germans. Opposing forces are far apart. Yes. And they had a light cruiser. Close. Let's see where they were. Big ships. So he's down here somewhere. Okay, that's the end of that battle. Leave scenario. We get a minor victory. Changlin is commissioned into the Navy. Research efforts in light forces and torpedo warfare. We've got better 7-inch guns. Invasion delayed, and we've got our raiders are getting some of their ships, which is good. So even though they've got lots of destroyers, they don't seem to be having much effect. And our balance is slightly negative. Maybe we could build some destroyers or something. So we've got 3 battleships that are currently building, and let's play the next move. Enemy coastal raid. Accept. So we've got the Haibig here, and we've got 4 destroyers. So it's a heavy cruiser Haibig, which has got 4 9-inch guns and some 7-inch and 4-inch guns as well. So, let's put that on ultra fast. And we seem to be, we found something. So they've got 2 BBs. Okay, I'm not happy about this because we've only got a heavy cruiser, but we do have destroyers, and the good thing about destroyers is if they get close to their battleships, then it's bye-bye time for the battleships. So we've got 4 destroyers, each with a speed of 27 knots. Okay. And so they seem to be down there somewhere. I don't know where the enemy is. And he's maybe around here somewhere, who knows? And he seems to be around here somewhere, but I don't know where. We found something. Excellent. We have found a ship. Okay, so he's got 2 ships, and we can move these destroyers in. One's unidentified and the other's a light cruiser. So let's see where we are. We've not hit anything, but we've been hit once. Okay. And we're not going to let this bastard get away. He's got 2 nymphs, which are both light cruisers. Let's have a look to see what they are. They're armed with 4-inch guns, which is pathetic. And we're armed with 8-inch guns. Oh, 9-inch guns and 7-inch guns. Okay, so that's good. And let's move that there. And these destroyers can come in as well. And these destroyers are going to go across them like this. And let's see if we can get them to fire their torpedoes. So that's flotilla attack. And this is also going to move in. Can I say fire torpedoes? Does anything happen? No. It has fired some torpedoes, which is good. And they might even hit something. How fast are these? The Berlin class is 21 knots, and the Nymph class is also 21 knots, and the High Big is 23. Let's squadron max that. And as is usual in early war battles, there's quite a lot of manoeuvre goes on. Because the guns are so inaccurate, you can't really get much done. Light damage, heavy damage. So I'm going to go after the one that's heavily damaged. And this is going to be, I put that into support, and I put this into support as well. So we've only got one ship that we're trying to move. Berlin class hit by torpedo, that's excellent. Last ship belonging to Germany is sinking, so that's good. Germany has no ships left. Let's have a look how they were damaged. The Thetis suffered lots of medium and light hits. The Danzig suffered one torpedo. And my Haibig, 14 9-inch hits, 6 7-inch, 26 4-inch. That's some very good shooting there. So that's a very good conclusion to that battle. And let's get out of there. And so that puts us a bit ahead of the Germans. Chang Chen has finished her working up, so that gives us another battle cruiser. Our scientists report that they are well on their way to understanding increased oblique penetration ability. Kiatschou Bay invasion delayed. Trade warfare we're winning. And that's the end of this move. Let's have a look on the map to see where our forces are. So the Germans have got they've got hardly anything in Northeast Asia and hardly anything in Southeast Asia either. And all their forces seem to be in Southern Africa, where they've got 5 battle cruisers coming. And they've also got, in the Indian Ocean, they've got 2 heavy cruisers. So if we look at our ships, the Germans are sending 5 battle cruisers, but we've got 5 battle cruisers as well. One of them's working up, but the other three are fine, and we've also got 4 pre-dreadnoughts. Looking at the German ships, their most modern ship has got 8 12-inch guns, whereas our most modern ship has got 10 11-inch guns and also has thicker armour. So I'm not really frightened of the Germans. I think we can fairly easily beat them. So that's the end of this episode. Hopefully in the next episode we will resolve the war against Germany and decisively beat them. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all on the next episode.